Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, AirsoftAl. You're probably wondering why another podcast? It's only Saturday. You only upload a video on Saturday, like one video on a Saturday. Well, this one was actually kind of special because you guys have been requesting it for a long time for me to talk about this part of my past. Because I'd hinted in some of my in some of my subscriber videos that I had hit that I had a social media thing before Facebook, Twitter, and all that good jazz. And then when I finally got Facebook and all that good jazz, I kind of used it to help talk about that part of my life. And I was even hated on because of it, and even had an attempted lawsuit against me because of it, which failed, and we'll get into that. But before we even do, I want to introduce my lifelong friend, Bolin. No, not Bolin Janakora, although I wish.
Hello, how is everybody today?
Now, today, me and him both will be talking about our experiences. Like, we'll give you some context before we actually get into the meat of this. My first actual social media was MySpace. I feel old as shit saying that.
I remember whenever my brothers had MySpace, but the thing is that I had always preferred to use Facebook because I didn't have a social media account until I was at least 11 years old.
Yes. Now, if you're wondering where Bolin's from or how I know him, Bolin's a good friend of mine. He's from Illinois, and that's as far as I'm going. He's just a good friend of mine, and he is a fellow Fallout player. Why don't we go ahead and...
I'm a huge Fallout fan, always.
Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and let you kind of talk about yourself for a bit while I look at a few things on my end.
Alright, so the way that him and I met actually has to do with some of his past and my past. We met in the same places and did some of the same things here, and we forged a friendship over that. And as that goes, I live in southern Illinois. It's kind of like the corn area of Illinois. Don't think of Chicago because we're 6 hours away from Chicago. Please and thank you. Don't refer me to Chicago, okay? Don't relate me to that at all. The other thing is, I play video games and airsoft a lot, and I like some anime, and that's another reason why AirsoftAl here and I are friends. So it's come to be that we've talked about video games and airsoft to the point where it's just it's a part of our lives.
Exactly. Okay, so a little shout out to our special subscribers. Our special subscribers are Gas Blowback Central and let me see here. Yeah, that's about it. That's our only special subscribers, outside of Jet Desert Fox being subscribed to my channel, which is still amazing. And the fact that we are so close to 900 subscribers, it is not even funny. We are 893 subscribers. If this can give me a few more subscribers to 900, I will do a special live stream. That is not even a joke, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So please hit that subscribe button and the like button if you agree with some of the stuff we're about to talk about. So, before we even continue to the meat of it, which I know a lot of people are probably like, get to the meat of it! They're probably skipping ahead trying to find us talking about the meat of it, which, let's face it, we've all done that. We all do that with videos when it comes to podcasts and things like that. It's like, I want to find the funny, I want to find the sex jokes, where is it?
You know what? I tell you what, this is special. For whoever is still watching at this point, and just whatever, if you play PlayStation 4, my PlayStation username is Tidy2064. If you learn that, then you can add me on there. We can play. But if you don't, whatever. Also, if you are at this point, just comment Apple. I just want to blow up his notifications at this point.
Alrighty, well, now let's go ahead and give context. Us being, well, I'm 22, probably be 23 if you're watching this after March has passed. I'll be 23 after March. My first social media was MySpace, and I never used it, because I was so young, I did not understand the concept of MySpace. Now, when I was young, and this is showing my age, I used game guides to basically, like, cheat code books, game guides, all those good stuff from back in the day when gaming was still like growing and all that good jazz. And then of course,
Evolution happened.
my friend X Scared Kitty can't join us. She said, "Nah, I'm fine. I'm on Overwatch," and I'm like, like I wish I had Overwatch. I really do, but oh well. I can't have everything. But either way though, I'm procrastinating as almighty. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is I'm wanting to talk about the wikis. Now, I have had some trouble from one wiki in particular, but we're not going to talk about that until we talk about the good side of it and how me and him know about the wikis. I know about them because I was looking for walkthroughs, basically. I know, right? Walkthroughs on wikis, really? Why not just use YouTube? Well, I was still young. I did not know about YouTube until one of my friends showed me YouTube, and then I was like, what is this amazing thing that is showing funny? And then I was introduced to machinima. Bolin, how did you get introduced to the wikis?
Okay, so showing my Fallout nerdyism here, I actually made an account on Wikipedia because I was on the Fallout Wiki Nukipedia, which is one of the best Fallout wikis in my opinion.
Awesome
Now that
community.
noted that I said, yeah, very awesome community, and I was there one time, and I actually met AirsoftAl here in chat. It was a
And
random occurrence.
and then we just started talking, and we just kept talking, and we just kind of clicked. We became good friends. Now I
Yes,
want
sir.
everyone to note now. I live in southern. I live in southern West Tennessee as well. I live like in the sticks, same as Bolin here, so we kind of relate on that subject as well. we both po boys.
So how about that corn?
Oh my god. We ain't got no corn down here. We got moonshine.
Moonshine. I know how that goes.
Oh God, we are so. Oh God, we're Southern. We are Southern. But in all seriousness, though, now here's the deal. I got introduced to my friend X Scared Kitty. We met on an RP wiki. Now, for those of you who don't know what RP is, it's basically roleplay. It's text, all that good jazz. I'll probably throw an example up on screen just for the hell of it. And just to try and push my limitations on Windows Movie Maker, because good God, I fucking hate Windows Movie Maker. Uh, but either way, though. Now, here's the kicker in it all, is that I'm sitting here talking, and I introduce my friend who is disabled. He has a mental disability, and he is overweight, and I introduce him to the wikis to try and help him out. Once again, this is well before I knew about Facebook and all that good jazz, and Twitter, and basically all that. So I introduced him to it. Now, I'm going to name off some users, because I know people are going to probably be curious about it. I will leave a link in the description down below to it. Don't go clicking yet until probably the 10-minute mark or the 11-minute mark of this podcast, because I'm going to tell you why. So, some trouble starts, and I will admit I was young and I was an asshole back in the day because I was getting bullied in real life. I was so much shit was going on. I almost took my school to court because of discrimination, and I took it out online. Basically, I was just being an ass most of the time. So, uh, we all are basically. But believe me, we're all assholes when we need an outlet to be. But here's the kicker. I started doing that. I started letting out my emotions because I was alone. I was a loner. I didn't really have Xbox Live to basically play with my friends, all that good jazz. And so some users start being assholes to me. Sergeant D. Griff and Alien King, they ban me basically, and of course the founder Marcus. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, and I know the guys are already probably messaging me by now on Facebook, what have you. Basically, when this goes up, they'll probably be messaging me going like, why the fuck did you talk about us? What the hell? Here's the deal. This is under fair use. We're criticizing. We're vlogging, basically. Vlogging, podcast, all that stuff, that falls under fair use because we're criticizing. And this is something I told my friend Bolin here. One of the users, whose name I will not name off, threatened to sue me or basically take me to court because I was talking about them. And they were saying they were doing it on behalf of the wikis. Now, I recently contacted the company in question, which is called Fandom. They have a Facebook, and they said that they can't do that. That the company in question has a legal team that does that for them, and that if they were to attempt this again, I was to report this to the company itself, and the company would take over, basically. And in the most nutshell sense, I don't go to court. I get to stay home, do whatever the hell I want, and all that good jazz. Basically, the company takes over by that point in time. So, yay, I'm protected. Even though I'm part of a sponsored thing, and technically the sponsors also protect me as well, but I don't understand legalities. I really don't, guys. I suck at legalities. Like, the only thing I understand is fair use. That's it. And when you're on YouTube, that's the one thing you gotta understand is copyright. Dear God, that fucking... Oh, my God, it pisses me off. Like I go...
We're clearly not lawyers.
No. Because every fucking time I go and upload a video and it has one piece of music that's over 10 seconds long, it's like, boom, you're hit with a copyright claim. It's like, it's not even that long! It's like 11 seconds! No, if you go over that 10-second mark, it's like, boom, you get hit with a copyright claim. It's like, you're taking my money from me, you music greedy bastards! Oh, God. Did I just go on a rant? Unintentionally?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, a little bit there.
God damn it. But then again, like I said, like me and Bolin said, the Fallout community on the Wikias are amazing. Like, you will never find any assholes. Unless, of course, you find those fanatics who are like, for the Legion! The Legion's the best! And then you got the guys that are like, no, NCR! And then you got the guys who are like, no, Brotherhood! And then there's us. The independents that are just like, I'm not saying anything, I'm just sitting right here.
The independents have the best course of anything because I'm able to just look at them and say Ave True to Caesar, Ad Victorum, for the Republic. I can say anything I want.
And nobody gives a shit.
Pretty much.
Oh God, Fallout New Vegas, that was... Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
Oh God, that was... But back on topic.
Another thing to note about the wiki, though. Really important thing about the Fallout community, if you need help with nearly anything and you're just not having luck finding it on the wiki itself, if you go into the chat, you can actually talk to some of the admins and moderators about it, and they will try and help you to the best of their abilities as well. Also, there's generally random conversation topics. It's not always related to Fallout. It's a really good community. If I had to suggest one, it would be the Nukipedia Fallout wiki, in my opinion. It's excellent.
Most definitely. Now, while there are some good wikis, I will admit there are also bad. One of them is, in fact, crossoverrp.wikia.com. If you drop my name or anything related to me, they will insta-ban you without question. And the fact that they're holding on to this grudge against me since 2012 is amazing. It's just, it's dumbfounding. Is that even a word, dumbfounding, or am I thinking of another word?
It's dumbfounding?
Yeah.
I think is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... Yeah, the fact
I
that they're holding on to this grudge for this long is just astonishing.
It is ignorant of them to hold on to a grudge for something that wasn't even that bad.
No, not really. And what's funny is that a lot of these wikis who think that they're actually a website, I'm using air quotes there that says website, is entirely not true. What they are is a host site. They are being hosted by the company Fandom, which owns the wikias. And if the company wanted to, they could shut them down right then and there. But, like, no string attached, anything like that. It's just like, boom, done. just the independent wikis are the ones that are basically created by people who want to have a cheap, like, free website or things of that nature and try to sell stuff. And I have actually found wikis that actually do sell stuff. Like, I have found ones that sell shoes, drugs, even fucking sex toys. No joke on that one. And that is astonishing to see that kind of stuff. Like, I get it, it's free and all, but really? I mean,
That's just kind of misusing a privilege.
I get it, you're trying to do a business and everything, but there is another free service called oh fucking hell, what's that website where you can create your own website for your business? Fucking hell.
It's a website. In a website, it's webception. Okay.
Yes, most definitely. But yeah, basically, these people, wiki is like them. They basically think they have power, when in actuality they don't. They basically are given fake power, imaginary power, and they just abuse it basically to the best of their abilities. And it's idiotic to say the least. Yeah. Now, it's not to say that all wikis are bad. No. Like we've said, the Nukipedia is good. The Halo Universe chat, on the other hand, that's a 50-50. Because
I never really spent too much time in the Halo wiki myself. I was more worried about the Fallout wiki and the RP wikis.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, there are really good wikis out there, and especially if you make one that, like, I have seen some dedicated to lost family members. I've seen some dedicated to the charity foundations, like the Autism Awareness Foundation, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, Cure Cancer Foundation. Basically, all these charitable sites will make wikis. Like, these people will make wikis about them, saying this is how long they've been here, this is what they do, all that good jazz. And then you get the movie wikis, and then you get all this other stuff. It is a lot, basically. Like, you got the good, you got the bad, then you got the ugly. And I'm kind of like, the one me and him have been on, the crossover RP, that one kind of falls in between the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sense of the grudge still being held.
Used to it was good.
Yeah. And X Scared Kitty was a member there, but she doesn't like a user called Uno, some along that nature. She hates her guts. Just blatantly hates her guts to no end. Yeah, women, when it comes to women and grudges, I don't get involved. Like, men do not get involved.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, do not get involved with women grudges. It doesn't end well.
Unless you want to just take a loaded gun and put it in your mouth, I would suggest just doing that over getting involved in a woman's grudge. And I'm not promoting suicide at all. Don't do that. If you are thinking about that, go call a hotline, ask for help, talk to a friend. Don't do that. But it's basically a death sentence, okay?
It really is. It's just, that is a whole hot mess that you do not want to get involved in. Now, as for the afterwards, after the wikis, after me and him left, I think you still go every so often, I believe, for news and things like that, right?
I don't go to crossover at all. I just pop into the chat, see who's attending, see if any of the assholes are still there, and then I leave, and then I go back to the one, the more important one to me, the one that.
That's what I was asking about the Nukipedia. Like, do you still attend that one, like, for news updates and all that?
I go to that one and look at pages and different things, get Fallout information if I'm forgetting something. I frequently look at the timeline, but I don't attend the chat very often anymore because, like, it seems to me that a lot of the people that I knew there just either aren't present or just aren't online very often. So I really just don't attend very often anymore.
Yeah, and the big one, and this is the big one, I think, is that a lot of people who, and this is what's fun, when people actually say, "Oh, hey, you still RP?" and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Do you do it on Facebook?" and I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Because here's the thing: the difference between Wikia chat rooms and basically the chat box on Facebook is Facebook gives you more options, like you can donate money, you can do stuff, etc., etc. With this one, you just basically have private and public. Not really a lot of options when it comes to it. You can't post pictures, you can't post up music, which I love that feature. I love it. I really do. I have fallen under the spell of Facebook. I will admit, I've fallen for the spell of Facebook.
On a different spectrum of Facebook role playing, I do a different form that does not use the chat. It is kind of a forum, thread-based role play in which that involves a group being created. Currently, I am the administrator of a Fallout group known as Fallout Wasteland Legacies RP. Um, and the cool thing about this group is that you have a very large creative reign over the Fallout world. It takes place in the year 2299, etc., etc. But whenever you're posting, you post an open RP after creating a character, or a closed RP, or a private self. It does not matter. If you want to RP with one of the administrators, tag us. That's it. But then you post, and then somebody replies underneath it, and then somebody replies back, and it's that way. And RPs can last anywhere from like a couple hours to like weeks at a time. There can be hundreds to even thousands of comments. I think the highest I've ever had one of my thread-based role plays go was in the 200 or 300 post range, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Yeah, and this is paragraph RP. Now, I'm not downing on any other type of RP, but I have fallen under the spell of paragraph story-like writing RP, where you quote this character's name at the beginning, you write what they're doing, what they did before they said something, you put what they said in quotation marks, and then you move forward. And like in general, that's the best way to do it in a thread-based RP, and I've kind of started doing it in all other forms of RP. Used to, I would use asterisks to denote actions and things like that, but it's like it seems easier after you get the hang of, writing paragraphs.
Yeah, which there's another thing a lot of people like. Here's the deal: wikias, like independent RP wikias, they're dying actually. Like I got an email back from fandom, the company fandom, and the dev actually says that the traffic for that sort of stuff is dying down because of Facebook and all of these other much more versatile sites. Like with Facebook, like I said, you can have pictures, you can have large groups, you can put music in there, you can do whatever the hell you want, basically, and it's more creative. The main majority of the wikis now are for movies, video games, comic books, companies, and of course the obvious one of making one just to be cheap, just be a cheap ass for for your store, all that good jazz, and just things like that. Now you're probably wondering, is the wikias related to Wikipedia, the online encyclopedia? Yes, actually, they are related. Yeah, it's made by the same company, and the same company owns both companies. Which, if you've ever done business 101, basically it's a sub company that's connected to the main company, and it's a pain basically to try and understand, but it is that. But either way, if you guys are going down to the link down below to the wikia that we were talking about, do drop the link to this video in there. And just, I honestly don't know what the hell you guys will probably be doing there, but either way, it's whatever, really. I honestly don't care by this point. I'm having a successful life. I'm almost at 900 subscribers, and I've got a great family store. I live in a county to where, which is a very gun-loose county, and I'm having fun with my friends playing Airsoft. Honestly, I wish the only thing that could actually work better for me is if I was making some cash. That's the only thing I wish that was going on. No, no, we can't. Let's see here. Do we want to add anything else, or
Um, One thing that we did not discuss, we discussed the negative Wikipedia, or wiki as we put it here. We discussed the negative wiki, the one that we're in a feud with. We never really discussed the one that we had such good times with,
yes, yes. Okay, so
which
after
I still miss.
yes, which after my friend was banned from it because he was accused of being me, which I still find is BS because it's stupid. But basically, he created a website. He created a wiki called mythicalbeastrp.wikia.com, and it's still there. It is legitimately still there, and it has been a while since I've actually been there and looked at it, and I've just honestly I've been so busy with YouTube and all this other stuff that I've been RPing on my phone and Facebook because it's been so convenient for me. Uh, it's been a long time since I've actually been there. I may find a link to it and leave it down below. Maybe I'm not sure. But it really does kind of come down to just how far I've come as a person because of the experiences I've had.
Now, there were a lot of good memories on that page, that wiki. There was a lot of RPs, a lot of stories. There is a timeline that spans hundreds and hundreds of years, and everything in between. There's everything we worked on there, and there's a lot of good memories there. Some of my favorite characters are from that Wikipedia that I still enjoy to roleplay as today. And if it was not for that Wikipedia, there would be no there would be no Stone as it is which is one of my all-time favorite RP characters that I've ever created, because he has been in my catalog since I was 13, and like the first RP character that I ever created on a wiki was Johnson Pawlowski, now referred to as President Pawlowski because of historical events within Mythical Beasts, which if you want to read it, you could. It's all good. It's just so much happened there, so much character evolution. Some of my characters even died and got born again in different ways. Memories were made, friends were made, and a lot was just really good about that.
It
It's
really
sad to see it go.
was. But thankfully enough, we found new stuff. Like I've said, there has been so much evolution in our lives that it's been amazing. Uh, Now I can already feel the hate mail coming in. Like it's like that weird second sense. Like people are gonna be hating on it. You know this is probably gonna get a dislike bomb, but honestly, I don't care. Likes and dislikes don't mean a thing to me. All I care about is whether or not people enjoyed the video and things like that. And oh man, the one thing I'm definitely happy to see is how far we've come as people. Like getting to know each other, seeing how far we've come, and then one day knowing that we will die. That's the one thing that does depress me a good bit and keep me up at night. It's like I'm going to lay down in my bed one night and I'm never gonna wake up. It's like, dear God, that is dark as shit.
It is very dark, but just remember that being born and dying isn't the only reason that we exist. We exist so that way we can try and change the world and do better things through each other and meeting people and talking to people. Even just talking to people about random nonsensical things, or as some people would call nonsensical, like talking to somebody about a video game could mean the difference for life and death to them because you became a friend to them. You could actually have saved somebody and not even realize it. That's the incredible part about living. You are important whether you think you're important or not. And even if you're not important globally, you're important just to your general community and everything else. As you said, you have 892 subscribers, I do believe is what you just said.
Eight. Well, let me check actually, because I'm not sure. I recently uploaded the last combat video for that day. Let me just go ahead and open her up. My channel actually. Let me actually see here. Let's see. Okay, it's loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's still loading. There we go. Everything got so damn quiet.
I'm waiting on you to tell me the amount of subscribers that you have.
893 still.
893. That's 893 people that know about you and that enjoy your videos. That's 893 people that you've talked to, not directly but indirectly, and that's 892 people that you've theoretically
3. You said
affected
2.
as a person. Did I say 2? 93. I'm sorry. I'm not good with numbers. There's a reason I'm not in math class anymore.
I understand, man. But yeah, that's the thing. People like me, and that's how it goes, honestly. It's like, and that's the thing, in real life, too. I mean, no joke, I had 2 of my youngest viewers actually meet me in real life, and I got to play Nerf with them, and now I play Nerf on my channel, and I have fun with those younger viewers, because we just have fun. And then, of course, oh my god, where else to go to? Then, of course, there's people who actually did, no joke, while I was at Walmart one time, a couple guy, trying to think, the story goes that, I was at my local Walmart, and I was in the sporting goods section, and I was looking at some scopes for my M14, which might not be my M14 anymore. I might trade it for something. I'm sitting here looking at them, and a couple guys are sitting over there talking and going like, "Hey, is that Al?" And I'm just over here like, "Are they talking to me?" And Nicholas, good lord, I will have to call him back. I'm just sitting here like, wait, are they talking about me? And then one of them finally, I turned, and no joke, one of them had the "oh shit, it's him" face, shaking on his friend, going like, "Dude!" And I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, what the fuck's about to happen? And next thing I know, both of them drop down to their knees, and they're going, "Oh my god, you're AirsoftAl! We're not worthy! We're not worthy!" And I'm like, oh fuck, no, Wayne World. And I'm grabbing him up. It's like, no, you're worthy, stand the fuck up. And I'm just
Stand the fuck up.
It's like, quit making a fool of yourself. For fuck's sake, we're in public. Oh my god. But yeah, things like that actually do kind of help change my perspective on my viewers, because it's like, some see me as a god, some see me as just a dude who loves having fun, and others just kind of look up to me. Like, no joke, I had a little 12-year-old write me a letter basically saying I'm his hero and I'm the reason he got into airsoft, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm someone's hero. I don't know how to feel about this.
As I said, 893 people that you have affected.
Yes, I have. And of course we have the haters and all that good jazz, but you know what, it's whatever. Like, if people around here had a problem with me, they'd say it to my damn face. Like, that's the thing. People nowadays, they don't know. And what the hell are we talking about? Like, good God, we have well, then again, I did say this is kind of the thing of after the wikis and how it's kind of affected us in our own way. So yeah, I can see this being our own little thing.
I mean, this is just kind of like a exposition epilogue type thing.
It's really whatever. But yeah, do we have anything else to add to that, actually? Do we want to kind of say anything? Do you want to plug your YouTube channel if you got one?
I don't have a YouTube channel. Well, actually, excuse me, I do have a YouTube channel, but we are currently still in a development stage. There's actually 2. It is Serious Sun Studios and Confused Moon Studios. We plan on making different movies, like short movies and things. We have some very, I'm going to say, poor quality content out right now. One of them is intended to be poor quality. It's called Dank Reality. It's a short mini-series here that we're starting up, and it's going to hopefully take off as something. There are plans in the works for some other more well-known projects to be done, like not well-known to public people in what we're doing, but more well-known to like the subject matter that they pertain to, that sort of thing. But that would be Serious Sun Studios and Confused Moon Studios. One of them is comedy, and the other one is not comedy. If you can guess which one is comedy, or the poor attempt at comedy, you get a cookie. And in reality, you don't really get a cookie. You just get like a thumbs up or something, because I don't have the time to individually bake cookies for everybody. I'm sorry.
It happens. It really does. But, yeah. Like I said before, just subscribe to the channel, and for 900 subscribers, I will do a special live stream, and we'll probably do something cool. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAl.
And I've been bowling.
And we will see you guys probably in another podcast. If you want us to talk about something in the next podcast, let us know in the comment section down below. What subject do you want us to tackle? Do you want us to tackle airsoft? Things like that. Just let us know in the comment section down below.